Ever feel like you're shouting into the void with your marketing? Like, you've got something special.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you actually make your business stand out
Right.
in this sea of competitors?
Yeah.
Well, that's where a unique selling proposition comes in,
Right.
or USP as the cool kids call it.
Right.
Think of it as your brand's secret weapon,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that makes customers choose you
Yes.
over everyone else.
Absolutely.
We are diving deep today into an article from Medium by I Tried It.
Okay.
And it is packed with tips and real-world examples on crafting a USP
It is.
that actually converts.
Yeah, and this article goes beyond the surface level stuff.
Okay,
It really digs deep into what a USP is and what it isn't.
I like that.
It's not just a catchy tagline or
Right.
some vague promise of better quality, which, let's be honest,
Yeah.
we see that everywhere.
It's like the bare minimum.
It is. It's a statement about the unique value you offer
Okay.
to a specific target market.
So like the author
Mhm.
said, they initially thought just claiming excellent service
Oh, yeah.
would be enough.
Right.
But I mean, come on, who doesn't claim that?
Exactly.
It's meaningless without specific.
Absolutely. You've got to back it up.
Yeah.
A strong USP cuts through the noise by addressing a real problem your customer has,
Okay.
and then it shows how you solve it better than anyone else.
So where do we even begin with that?
Well, the article really emphasizes knowing your audience,
Mm-hmm.
like inside and out.
Okay.
The author shares a story actually about completely missing the mark
Oh, no.
with their own USP.
Wait, really? They messed up their own USP?
Yeah, they made assumptions about their customer.
Tiger did.
So they thought they knew what their customers valued,
Mm.
but it turned out they were way off. They were laser focused on the features and benefits.
Yeah.
But what the customers really wanted was something they hadn't considered at all.
Oh, what was it?
Comprehensive onboarding support.
Interesting.
Yeah, they only figured that out through surveys and customer interviews.
Wow. That's a pretty big miss.
It is.
It's like thinking you're selling a fancy sports car
Yeah,
when your customers really just want like a reliable minivan.
that's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
And it proves that a USP that works for you
Mm-hmm.
might not land at all with your target customer.
Right.
It's about their needs.
Okay.
Their pain points, what keeps them up at night.
Yeah, totally.
What's the one thing your ideal customer is struggling with that you can solve
Oh.
better than anyone else?
This reminds me of that time I tried to launch my online store,
Oh, yeah.
and I was so focused on all the cool features of my product,
Mm-hmm.
but I totally forgot to address like the anxieties customers have about shopping online.
It's so easy to overlook that.
It is.
You're already thinking about the problem-solving aspect, though,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
To really nail this, the article recommends some specific methods for getting those customer insights.
Okay, I'm ready. Give me the goods.
Well beyond surveys and interviews,
Mm-hmm.
they suggest looking at your competitors.
Okay.
Analyze their audience.
So like, what are their customers saying?
Exactly. What are their pain points?
Mm.
What are they looking for but not finding?
Okay.
This can reveal gaps in the market that you can address with your USP.
That's brilliant. It's like competitive intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
but for understanding your customers better.
Exactly.
Right.
And then there's keeping your finger on the pulse of industry trends.
Right.
Are there emerging needs or challenges you can be the first to address,
Mm-hmm.
before your competitors even catch on?
Right.
That kind of forward thinking can
Yeah.
be a major differentiator.
Okay, so we've established knowing your audience is key,
Yes.
but let's say we've done our homework.
Okay.
We've got that deep understanding of our customer
Yeah.
and what they need.
Right.
How do we then pinpoint what makes us stand out?
Great question. The article highlights a company that really nailed this. They were selling eco-friendly home goods.
Okay, a tough market.
Super tough,
Yeah,
already flooded with claims of sustainability.
like everyone's jumping on that bandwagon these days.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So how did they differentiate themselves?
Right, that's the question.
They dug deeper,
Okay.
realized their unique selling point was their hyperlocal approach.
Okay.
They only used materials sourced from their own community
Wow.
and supported local artisans.
Mm-hmm.
This laser focus on local sourcing became their differentiating factor.
So it's not enough to just say you're sustainable.
Nope,
You need to show how you're doing it differently.
exactly. And it has to be something demonstrable,
Okay.
not just a claim.
I like that.
So instead of saying high quality,
Yeah.
explain how you achieve that quality.
Yeah.
Give concrete examples, data customer testimonials,
Mm-hmm.
back up your claims.
Show, don't tell.
Exactly.
I love that.
It's about proving your USP, not just
Mm-hmm.
proclaiming it. Now, here's where things get really interesting.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
The article digs into reframing how we think about USPs.
Okay.
It's about moving beyond just listing features and benefits
Uh-huh.
and focusing on solving a specific problem for your customer.
Tell me more.
So instead of just describing what you offer,
Yeah.
think about how it addresses a pain point your audience is experiencing.
Okay.
Let's say you're selling an online course for entrepreneurs.
Okay, yeah. A lot of them struggle with feeling overwhelmed.
Exactly. There's so much generic advice out there.
Right.
So instead of your course being just another source of information,
Mm-hmm.
you frame it as the solution to that overwhelm.
Okay.
The author gives some examples of good problem-solving statements like,
Yeah.
save time by
Cool.
experience seamless support through,
Right.
avoid feeling lost and confused with our step-by-step system.
I can see how that shift in language
Mm-hmm.
will be way more compelling
It is.
to someone feeling stuck.
Yeah.
It speaks directly to their emotional state and offers a solution.
And that's exactly what the author did with their online course.
Okay.
They realized their target audience,
Entrepreneurs.
yes, were drowning in generic advice.
Right.
So they repositioned their course as a step-by-step guide
Mm-hmm.
that simplifies growth with tangible actions.
That's brilliant. It's not just about learning anymore.
Right.
It's about solving that problem
Exactly.
of feeling lost and overwhelmed.
And that leads us to the next crucial element of a powerful USP,
Okay.
making it crystal clear
Mhm.
and concise.
So we've got this problem-solving USP that's focused on our customer.
Yes.
How do we make sure it actually sticks?
The article really stresses the importance of simplicity.
Oh.
You have a very limited window to capture someone's attention.
Don't bury the lead.
Exactly. Get to the point. And the author has some great best practices for this.
Lay it on me.
First, stick to one key idea.
Okay.
Don't try to cram every benefit into your USP.
Right. Less is more.
Definitely, especially when you want to make an impact.
Yeah.
Second, ditch the jargon.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking to a highly specialized audience,
Right.
and this is a brilliant tip they offer,
Okay.
test your USP for readability.
How do you do that?
Can someone repeat it back to you after hearing it just once?
Oh, interesting.
If not, it's probably too complex.
I love that it's like a real-world test.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And here's a little bonus tip that I found helpful.
Right.
Try writing your USP as a tweet.
Ooh, that's good.
That 280-character limit will force you to be concise.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
So we've talked about being clear, concise problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another dimension to a USP
Yes.
that I think is often overlooked.
Yeah.
And this article dives into it beautifully.
You're talking about the power of emotion, right?
You know it.
Yes.
The author points out that as much as we like to think we're rational,
Right.
our decisions are heavily influenced by emotions.
Oh,
So an effective USP needs to tap into those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Trust, security, excitement, even aspiration.
All of that.
Yeah.
They have a great case study about a small brand
Okay.
that really nailed this emotional connection.
Oh, yeah.
They position themselves around restoring the joy of learning
Okay.
for homeschooling parents.
That's beautiful.
Was that-
It's not just about providing the materials.
right.
It's about reigniting that passion for learning
Mm-hmm.
and creating a positive experience for families.
It taps into both the emotional and the practical need.
Yeah.
And that makes it so powerful.
Yeah. It's a reminder that a USP can be more than a dry statement of facts.
Hmm.
It can be a story
Yes.
that captures the heart of your brand
Absolutely.
and resonates with your audience's deepest desires.
I love that. It's like the difference between like a textbook and a captivating story.
Yeah.
One just, gives you the facts. The other one like pulls you in.
Right. One engages your mind, the other captures your heart.
Easy.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Understanding our audience,
Mm-hmm.
pinpointing what makes us different,
Right.
solving a problem,
Yes.
being clear and concise,
Mm-hmm.
incorporating emotion.
It's a lot.
It is, but there's one more crucial point the article makes
Okay.
that I think is vital for anyone making a USP.
What's that?
It's that crafting a USP
Mm-hmm.
isn't a one-time thing.
Oh, I see.
It's an ongoing process
Right.
of testing and refining
Yeah.
and adapting based on feedback.
So true. It's tempting to think you nailed it on the first try.
It is.
Yeah.
But the author makes a good case for why a USP should be a living thing.
I like that, a living thing.
Yeah, something that evolves
That makes sense.
as your business grows.
Mm-hmm.
They actually share a story about how they launched with one USP.
Oh, yeah.
that focused on expert-guided strategies.
Okay.
But they found that tailored coaching with a personal touch
Interesting.
resonated way better.
Ah.
It's a subtle shift in language, but it made a big impact.
Wow. So even small tweaks can make a big difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it shows how important it is to stay flexible
Mm-hmm.
and open to feedback.
You got to be willing to adapt.
Yeah.
The author stresses getting feedback from your target audience.
How do you do that?
You could A/B test different versions
Right.
on your website or marketing campaigns.
Right.
You can even put it in your emails and social media posts.
See what people respond to?
Exactly. It's all about experimenting.
Yeah, and iterating.
Don't be afraid to try different things and see what sticks.
Right. And your USP isn't set in stone.
Nope.
It should evolve.
As your business grows.
And as your understanding of your customers grows.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've explored all these elements
Mm-hmm.
of a compelling USP.
Right.
But now I want to shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about what this all means for you.
The listener.
Yes, the listener.
Okay.
How can you take these insights
Mm-hmm.
and make a USP that reflects your business?
Right. And resonates with your audience.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't
And
it?
it can feel kind of overwhelming at first.
Totally.
But just remember, it's a process.
Hmm.
You don't need all the answers right away.
Okay.
Start by reflecting on the key takeaways.
I love that.
Think about your target audience.
Right. Who are they? What do they want? What are their problems?
Exactly. What makes you different?
Uh-huh.
What problem do you solve better than anyone else?
Oh.
And what kind of feeling do you want to evoke?
Hmm.
Write down your initial ideas.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect yet.
Just get those ideas out there.
Exactly. Then start testing them out.
Okay.
Share them with people, get feedback, see what works.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
No. Try different wording, different approaches, see what connects.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important thing is to be authentic.
Right.
True to your brand.
Your USP should be a genuine reflection of you.
Yeah. And what makes your business valuable?
Okay. So as we wrap up this part, I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
What's the one thing
Yes.
that makes you stand out?
Mm.
What problem do you solve that no one else can?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Once you can answer those questions clearly and concisely,
Mm-hmm.
you're well on your way to a USP that converts.
So true. It's all about clarity and focus.
Exactly. Welcome back. It's amazing how much we've uncovered
I know, right?
about crafting a powerful USP.
It really is fascinating.
And I'm already thinking about ways to revamp my own messaging.
Me too. It really gets the wheels turning.
And speaking of new ideas,
Yeah.
there's one last point from the article that we haven't really touched on that I
Yeah.
think is so important
Okay.
for anyone who wants their USP to really connect.
Okay. Tell me.
It's about the power of story.
Ah, yes. The author definitely emphasized that.
Right. A memorable USP
Mm-hmm.
goes beyond just listing facts and features.
It needs that narrative element.
Exactly. It needs to resonate with people emotionally.
It's like the difference between a list of ingredients
Uh-huh.
and actually savoring a delicious meal.
Ooh, I like that.
One is just information, the other is an experience.
Right. And when you think about brands that really stand out,
Yeah,
they often have that strong story
it's true.
with the heart of what they do.
Yeah, remember that example from the article?
About the homeschooling parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, that USP worked
Mm-hmm.
because it tapped into a deeper desire.
It did. It wasn't just about the resources.
Right. It was about the joy of learning.
Yes, and creating that positive experience for families.
So powerful. It shows that a USP can be more than just facts.
It can be.
It can be a story that captures the heart of your brand.
And resonates with what your audience wants.
Exactly. So as you start crafting your USP,
Mm-hmm.
ask yourself, what's your story?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What's the driving force behind your business? What impact do you want to make?
Yeah.
And when you weave that story into your USP,
Mm-hmm.
it elevates your message
It does. It makes it more compelling.
and creates a real connection with your customers.
It's like giving them a glimpse behind the scenes.
Right, and inviting them to be part of something bigger.
It's been great diving deep into this with you.
Likewise.
I always enjoy talking about branding.
Me too, and messaging.
I hope our listeners got a lot out of this.
I hope so too. It's a good reminder that a strong USP
Yes,
is an investment in your brand's future.
for sure.
So take the time to do it right and watch your business grow.
Until next time, everyone.
Keep diving deep.
And keep those entrepreneurial spirits burning bright.